Voting is underway in Turkey's high-stakes elections that will complete the country's transition to a new executive presidential system. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan's main rival, Muharrem İnce, has just voted in his home city of Yalova. He's wooed voters with an unexpectedly engaging campaign. Erdogan, for his part, is seeking a new 5-year term with vastly increased powers under the new system. And his ruling AK party is hoping to retain its majority in parliament. Meanwhile, the Turkish Prime Minister Binali Yildirim has just voted in the city of Izmir. The post of Prime Minister will disappear after the election, according to the constitutional changes that will take effect following the vote. Our correspondents are standing by. Sinem Koseoglu is in Istanbul and Mohammed Val is in the Kurdish heartland, Diyarbakir. We'll be live to both in just a moment. But first, Priyanka Gupta explains the numbers, the candidates, and why the changes to Turkey's political system are so significant.
These elections have many firsts, including one that's expected to make lasting changes to Turkey's presidency and its politics. For the first time, more than 59 million Turks can vote for new members of parliament and a president on the same day. More than 56 million of them are in Turkey and at least 3 million more in 60 countries abroad. The elections will end the existing parliamentary system of governance and replace it with an executive presidential one, after it was approved in a referendum last year. The office of the Prime Minister will be dissolved, and the new president, who for the first time can have ties to a political party, will be the head of the state with vast executive powers, like the power to prepare the annual budget, issue decrees and declare a state of emergency. Let's take a look at how the numbers stack up in the parliament. The governing AK party has 316 seats, followed by the main opposition, Republican People's Party or the CHP's 131 seats, the pro-Kurdish HDP with 47, the MHP with 35, the EE controlling 6 and 2 for independent. The parties are fighting for a majority in a parliament which is now increasing in size from 550 members to 600. And this time, political parties have been allowed to form pre-poll alliances, which could offer a counterweight to a stronger presidency. The AK party is part of what's called the People's Alliance. 4 others, including the Republican People's Party, are part of the National Alliance. These alliances could help smaller parties get a foothold in the parliament if their coalition wins over 10% of the vote. Now, there are 5 men and 1 woman in the presidential race. There's, of course, the current president, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, who's running as part of the People's Alliance. The other parties have put their own individual candidates, like Muharrem İnce, for instance, who's from the CHP party. He's Erdogan's fiercest opponent and a strong contender. Meral Akşener from the EE party is the only female candidate in the fray. And Selahattin Demirtas is running for the pro-Kurdish HDP, who's been leading his campaign from prison after being accused of having links with the outlawed Kurdistan Workers' Party or the PKK. One of them needs to win more than 50% of the vote to become a president. If not, it will head to a runoff.